Hello, family and friends. Since our last postcard, we left Chefchaouen and headed 4 hours south by private car to the city of Fez, which is a population of 1.3 million, where we spent 5 nights. And Fez is one of the imperial cities. There's 3 imperial cities. It was a former capital of Morocco. And while in Fez, I got another haircut. And I'm feeling
good one.
A good one this time.
Cheap.
A cheap, and it cost me $7.57 conversion rate, and that includes tip. So I'm really excited. We have a low threshold of excitement these days. Haircuts do it for us.
Yep.
But as you can guess, our special guest arrived in Fez within about an hour of our arrival. Our beloved daughter, Mac, came from Casablanca by private car. And we were trying to see who would get to Fez first, and Tran and I won. But anyway, we're excited to have Mac here. This is the second time that she's joined us this year on our worldwide travels. First time in Iceland in June, and now in Morocco.
And first time on video.
First time, and she's a natural.
Against my will.
Whatever. We've been practicing for hours and hours here. But anyway, so...
Okay, well, hello guys. I'm not a natural actress, but I'm here.
and we would not know that.
It's been fun crashing my parents' travels. My second time this year. This time in Morocco for the week, which has been nice to take some time off work and spend time with my parents.
Yep.
So after Fez, when I met up with them from after coming from New York, we took a private car to Merzouga, which it's an 8-hour drive. So that was a long day of travel for us.
Long day.
With some stops along the way. But we made it to the beautiful Sahara Desert.
And we had a private guide, right?
Yep,
You
private driver and tour guide
Yeah.
on our travels there, which we had for a few days.
And his name was...
Isham.
Isham. Nice
so
guy.
we left Fez at 8:30 in the morning and did not get to the Sahara Desert until about 6:30. It was a long drive, long day for us. And our camel ride into the Sahara Desert was not as smooth as I thought it was going to be.
Well, for 2 of 3 of us,
so
one of them did not complain very much.
An experience I do not want to ever experience again. I had a hard time just holding on and stay upright. So getting on the camel is easy because the camel sits on the ground. So you just get on, but once it, got up from the ground, these are very tall animals.
Very tall animals.
And it's kind of a little bit scary, but riding the camel is not as smooth as it looks.
Especially in the dunes.
Especially in the dunes when,
up and down.
up and down, up and down. There's a lot of
And
movement.
half of our ride was in darkness.
dark.
We arrived right at sunset.
So going downhill and up and down, and I couldn't wait to get off of that camel. I was literally
It was an hour and a half camel ride to our camp.
to our camp, and I was holding on for life, and I almost
Literally.
fell off several times, and we had to stop the ride and keep saying, "Stop, because."
And I was riding in the back, so I
was
saw
in the
my
front.
mom almost falling off multiple
Yes.
times. So that was scary.
Anyway,
They call them camel
But
trains.
it's a one
and
in a
it's
lifetime
3.
experience.
It was, and the poor camel shepherd who didn't speak English. He knew 2 words. Hold on.
he could hear me grunting
and somebody else.
and praying actually. Anyway, we spent the first evening and the second morning in a Berber camp. This is a luxury tent. It was just really, really nice. The whole experience I would just totally recommend to anyone who's, if you thought about doing this, do it. And then we had dinner there and a show, a performance.
A typical Berber music.
Well, and the Berber, they're the original people of Morocco.
Of Morocco,
Yes.
of all North Africa.
And sleeping in the tent was comfortable. We got up the next morning early, and then we watched the sunrise
from the dunes of the
from
Sahara.
the dunes of the Sahara. That is an incredible experience.
It's a once in a lifetime experience.
I will never forget that.
And photos and videos to follow.
Yeah, beautiful photos.
And were we close to a border somewhere?
Yeah, so the Berber camp is only 20 miles from the Moroccan-Algerian border. And we were told that the two countries don't get along. They're not friendly at all with each other, so the border is closed between the two countries.
Yeah. Well, that was the Berber camp itself was really a lot of fun, and the music, the Berber music, which is a lot of drum and cymbals, and a lot of fun. And these are real Berber people there in the south of Morocco. But then we spent the next 2 days driving through the Atlas Mountains, northwest toward the other imperial city of Marrakech, which most people have heard of Marrakech, where we are now, which has a population of 1.2 million. It feels like a lot more people. It is.
Feels like New York City.
It does.
Yeah.
Although Fez was about the same size, it just feels like there's a lot more people here. But while we were in the desert for 3 days, we had unreliable internet connection, which is why we did not do our postcard on Friday. Today actually is Sunday. And we'll be here in Marrakech for 4 nights. And then Mac will leave Marrakech tomorrow. Very sad for that. And then Tran and I will be here in Marrakech for 3 more days. And then Mac heads back to New York. And then where do we
get back to work?
Yeah.
Back to reality.
Yeah.
So from here, Scott and I will head southwest. It's going to be about a 3-hour bus ride to the coastal city of Essaouira on the Atlantic Ocean, and we will be staying there for 3 nights. After Essaouira, we will head to Marrakech for 1 night, and then fly to Barcelona, Spain, just for 1 night. And why are we doing that?
Because because we're taking a bus ride from Barcelona, so just a night to catch up. Because it's a pretty good flight from Morocco to Spain. And then, so once we land in Barcelona, then we will spend the night, as Tran said, in Barcelona, where we've been before. Mac has been there before. We've been there before, which is why we're not spending much time there. We tend to go to countries we've never been to before. But then we'll take a 3-hour bus ride from Barcelona north to Andorra la Vella, which is the capital city of the small country of Andorra that almost no one has heard of. And Andorra sits high in the Pyrenees Mountains between Spain and France. And Andorra la Vella is the highest altitude capital in all of Europe. And I didn't know that till recently. But very small capital, very small city.
Okay, so we've had a very busy week. I have experienced a lot of activities, lots of good food, and seen a lot of incredible sights. We really like the people here and enjoying learning about their cultures and their
very
way
friendly.
of life.
Yes.
Very friendly, very
friendly.
helpful. So our next Friday postcard will be from Essaouira on the Moroccan Atlantic coast.
Easy for us to say.
Yeah.
So until then, we'll keep following the sun. Bye everyone.